Okay, now I will show you one by one, and then you can check against your answer. First of all, we need to connect string. Then we need concat function. We concat the first part is the first character first name in uppercase. So I need upper, and then uppercase employee first. I need to upper two first character of first name. So substring here. Employee first name to first character, so we start from the first one, we take 2. Alright, so that is the first part of the password, and the second part connect it with 3 first character of last name in lowercase. So I will lower the substring. I will take the last name, 3 first character. Okay, and then I need the year of birth, so we year employee date of birth, and that is the end of the function, the whole concat function. And we all of the data here, we take them from employee, and we named this one password. Execute it, and this is the result. The password with 2 first character of first name in uppercase, 3 first character of last name in lowercase, and the year of birth. Alright. Now I want to change the statement a little bit. The same statement, I want to change it. I want to move substring before upper. Alright, I change it like this. Upper. Okay, this is substring. Also the same for this one. I will lowercase. I will substring lower. Okay. Oh, sorry. So again, I'm writing the statement for you. Alright. I can see so many answers from you, but I write the statement here. First of all, we connect the everything. We connect the 2 first character of the first name in uppercase. So I need concat function. I need upper the 2 first character of first name, and then I need lower 2 3 first character of the last name and join with the year of birth. And now I write it different way. I will change the order of substring and upper, the order of substring and upper, and the order of substring and lower, and the result still the same. Alright, the result still the same, but could you please tell me which one is the better way? Now I will use lower the employee last name and first 3 character. Here the 2 statement result in the same thing. Wait, there is one more. Concat substring upper. Okay. The same results display to you. First 2 first, 3 first, lowercase, and the year of birth. But in your opinion, the first one or the second one is a better statement. Why? Which one is the better And why? They result in the same, right? They can return the same results. Concat, the first one, we still use concat to connect. I change the order of upper and lower. First upper, the substring, and this one mean I cut the string before the system will cut the string before upper them. The first way, okay, the system will cut. I use substring function to cut the first name, and after that I upper the two first letter, the substring. And the second way here, I upper the first name. I make the first name into uppercase and then cut it. Which one is better, the first one or the second one? Why? Okay, because the time is limited, so can anyone know the first one? Why is the first one is better? I see some of you say that the first one is better, and Chong, you are raising your hand. Could you please explain why the first one or the second one is better? Yeah, the first one is better. It's more effective in terms of performance, because as you said that the first one we just cut the string, we just upper the substring, the one part of the string only, right? And we skip all the other unnecessary part of the first name. But the second way, we were uppercase, make everything, makes all the full name, the first name uppercase, and then even the necessary part and unnecessary part, and then we cut that string. So this one, the performance, it will take more time to execute the statement than the first way. So the first one and the second one, both of them result in the same data set, but the first one is more effective in terms of performance. Alright, the second one maybe it result in the same data set, but the performance is not as effective as the first one. Am I clear to you? Am I clear to you? So sometimes, okay, we can have a data, we can have a different way to write a statement, but to take some time to consider which one is the most effective way. And that is about the function, substring function, lowercase, uppercase, substring, and now another function of string group is length. This one returns the number of letters or the number of characters of a string. Okay. Now I will write length. This one takes only one argument, that is a string. I will count the number of letters of first name from employee, and this is the number of character, or the length of the string. The length of the string means the number of letters here, right? Number of character in that general. So they are the function, the basic function of string and date time. If you can remember them, then it's very effective for us, very useful for us when we want to extract part of the data, right? They are built-in functions that help us work with our data more effectively and more efficiently. And now move to the next part, that is aggregate. Aggregate function or aggregation. Aggregate function means a function that works with a group of rows. The other function like concat or substring or datetime, as we see recently, they work with each row and return the results. For example, this one, it works with each row, each employee first name, and then it returns the length for each first name, right? That is the reason why you can see the number of how the number of lengths for the first name it is, they are here. All the functions that we learned recently work with a row. For example, length. For example, date, day, month, year. They work with a row and return the result for that row only. For example, the length, it works with a row and it returns the result for each row. But now, if we want to work with more than one row, so how can we do that? For example, let's see, I want to find the total number of employees in the company. In order to find the total number of employees in the company, we need to count all the employees, all the rows in this table, right? We need to count all the rows existing in this table. We do not work with a single row, we work with many rows. So when we work with many rows, we must work with a function from aggregate group, or we call aggregation. Or the other example, now I want to find the oldest hire date or the newest hire date. How to identify the oldest or the highest date? If I want to find the oldest or the highest one, then I have to compare this date with all the other dates, and I have to do the same, right? I have to compare all the dates here together to identify the oldest one or the youngest one. That means we must work with a group of rows, not a single row. So that we call aggregate function. Means the function that work with a group of rows, or that perform calculation on a group of rows, a number of rows, not a single row. The first function that I want to introduce you is count. As the name suggests, count have to find the total number. It returns the total number of rows. For example, if I want to find the total number of employees, total number of rows in employee table, I can use select count, open bracket, asterisk, that means count all rows inside table employee from employee. This one, it returns all the rows, the total number of rows. And you can see the result here is 11. That means there are 11 rows in employee table, or on the other words, there are 11 employees existing in table employee. Alright, and you can write this function the other way, like this: count employee or emp num from employee. This one will return the number of employee num existing in table employee, and it returned the same result 11 because employee num is the like a primary key, so each row must contain at least one primary key. So if we count everything and we count primary key, they result in the same values. But now I count based on employee hire date, so I can write count employee hire date from employee, and let's look at the difference in the return result. This is the result for the total number. Count the total number of employee hire date. The number is 9 only, not 11 like when we count employee number or when we count everything. Why is that? If you want to know why, now I will retrieve the data from employees once again, and you can see that. Look at the data of employee. There are 11 rows with 11 employee number with 11 primary keys, but there are 2 employees without hire date, and when we count based on employee hire date, it only counts the row with values, and rows without values, like 2 of them, they aren't counted in. That is the reason why when I count based on employee hire date, the result is 9 only, not 11. Am I clear to you? Okay, very good. And so that is how to write count. Alright, you can count everything. Asterisk mean all, everything. Count the name of the column mean to count the values existing in the column. Alright, if there isn't any value or not, it won't be counted in. Alright, and the next function is sum. It returns the summaries or the total number of something. If count take parameter as a column with any type of data type, for example everything, for example employee num is a number, employee hire date is a date, or you can count employee first name, which is a string, it still return results. Then that is only for count function because it simply count one by one, count the values. But the next function, sum, it's only take argument, which is a number. The argument of sum is a number only because sum perform addition. It performs addition, alright? It will add values together and return the result. For example, let me see, I will select from hour. There are something for us to test with hours. I will select data from hours, and this one shows the number of there is a column that is a number, hours per attract. Hour per attract is a number that contain data about number of hours that an employee work at an attraction, right? So now I want to find the total values of all hours. Here I want to find the total number of hours that all employee works, so I will use sum. this one, it return the total number, or it perform addition. It add all the hours per attract together and return the total number. That is the reason why the parameter of a sum function must be a number, can't be a string. If we use a string here, it will show you an error. For example, I use part2. Part2 is a string, not a number. Then you will see it return you an error, unknown column. Part2. Oh, sorry. Isn't an existing column. Date work. Okay, I will try with date work. And it will show you an error. Here it is the summary of all the date, but actually it's not a meaningful number. Alright, it's not a meaningful number. Or if you try to sum a string, there isn't any string here. I will try select sum employee first name from employee for you to see. It results in nothing. Here you can see nothing, because employee first name isn't a number, so it cannot add them all together. So it returns an incorrect number, 0, right? And for our date, it returns in a number that isn't meaningful at all. So remember to use correct things, hour per attract, correct day, correct column for the sum function. Alright, the next function similar to sum, that is average. Average also take one parameter, and the parameter should be a number similar to sum, and this one return average values of all the rows. For example, now I want to return the average hour per attract, so I will use average avj function. This one return the average number of all hour per attract. Here, average number of all hours per attract for this one. And you can also find, for example, the average ticket price. So I can select average ticket price from ticket. So this one show me the average ticket price, and this is the result of average ticket price. Average, okay? And the next function, min and max, would return mean and max, minimum and maximum values of a column. That means it compare all the rows of a column and return the minimum values and the maximum value. Ticket. Now let's look at the data of ticket one more time to make sure that you will fully understand the next statement. This is the data from ticket, right? And it contains ticket price. Now I want to find the highest ticket price or the lowest ticket price. If I want to find the lowest or the highest, then I will the system will have to compare all values inside this column, right? That means it compare each value of compare every rows inside the column together to identify the minimum one and the maximum one. And this is how to write it. Select min ticket price and max ticket price from ticket. Min and max takes one parameter. Each of them contain only one parameter. That is the reason why we can pass only one argument to it. We cannot pass more than one argument. Alright, one argument only. So min, max, count, average, and sum, each of them has one parameter, so each of them receive only one argument. Right? We cannot add more than one argument to them. Ayo. Here are they: minimum price and maximum price. Okay. So now, could you please help me to find the oldest and youngest age of employee? Display the oldest and the youngest age of employee. You know how to find the age of employee. Now help me to find the oldest age, the youngest age.